Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we are discussing a 50-piece limited edition launched for 2021. This was, at the time, Ming's flagship offering. It's the 20.11 Mosaic, a timepiece 41.5 millimeters in diameter in grade 5 titanium. It measures 14.6 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, it measures a relatively compact 46 millimeters, making this a large watch that wears small. The spacing between the lugs is a broad and modern 22 millimeters, so it has a nice planted stance on the wrist. It is quite light, being mostly sapphire and titanium. It almost vanishes. Now, I should mention that the watch has a wonderfully compact profile. Despite being over 14 millimeters thick, the concave slope of the bezel means it will fit easily underneath most dress cuffs, even tight sleeves. And you can see how short those lugs are from side to side, as they're nowhere near the edge of my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. Here's the over-the-top shot, but even that exaggerates the width of the watch. Here's where you can really see how much clearance I have. It is a wonderful looking watch, and it has a strap to match. Suede on the top. On the bottom, we have a sort of a rubber insert. So this is a Jean Rousseau strap. The watch would originally come with two Jean Rousseau hand-cut Parisian-made straps, and this watch does, in fact, this is one of the straps included with the watch. You can see it is brand new and unworn. So you got two Jean Rousseau straps when you bought this watch. You also received a 700 lumen light to better activate the lume, a material called Hyceram, which is effectively a combination of luminant material and ceramic. So we'll do a quick lume shot and take a look at the buckle on the watch. It is a remarkably well-lumed thing, absolute fire, and just to be absolutely sure, you can see on the reverse side that the partially skeletonized movement lets some light seep through. So that is the lume of the watch. One of the two Jean Rousseau straps, both of them feature curved spring bars, the better to allow relatively close drilling to the case without impeding the motion of the strap. That's what the curved spring bar gives you. And you can see both straps feature a pull tab, so the spring bar can be removed without resort to a tool. The buckle is extremely distinctive. From some angles, it appears highly technical and machine-inspired. From other angles, almost organic. There's a duality of finish, as we have a combination of high polish, and then we have satination, and actually, this is finish in triplicate. As you can see, the recesses of the buckle are media blasted. So media blasting, satin, and polish. You can also see that there are two different pairs of divots drilled here, so you can actually move the strap in and out, back and forth in small increments to fine-tune the fit. And then we have the buckle right here, and you can see how that works. It's a good-looking buckle and thoughtful, with evacuated profiles that mirror the evacuated profiles of the watch itself. We have flared, almost Maltese cross-like lug profiles. They are evacuated. They are almost buttress-like when viewed in profile, as they're hollow, open, and airy. The case is grade 5 titanium. That's the good stuff. Harder than steel and lighter than steel. It's also hypoallergenic. The watch is 50 meters water resistant, which is solidly more than a standard dress watch, but you don't want to take it swimming. The recessed case flank features black DLC for a tonal contrast, and you can see we have both polish and satination. The crown itself is conical and features satination and media blasting outboard, and then media blasting and polishing on its flanks. The concave bezel helps to visually pare down the thickness of the watch, and then we get to the crystal. And actually, if you look carefully, you can see there are really two different crystals. There's the crystal that covers all of this, and then there is one that doubles as the dial, on top of which laser engravings have been made in the number of 2,650 individual squares, and there are several different textures that create these different tones between absolutely clear and dark gray. I would say anthracite is about as dark as it gets. You can see the cannon pinion is nicely polished at center. You could see the hand-finished elements of the keyless works, including the clutch, the winding pinion, and the crown wheel. And then when we turn it all over, you can see more. There's some hints of a movement from this side. But then on the reverse side, you see the Schwarz-Etienne for Ming, caliber ASC 200.2. So this is made in La Chaux-de-Fonds by Schwarz-Etienne, which is the manufacturing partner for Ming. Though the watch has a brand originating in Asia, the manufacturing is all in Switzerland at La Chaux-de-Fonds. Now, this is not any ASC 200. This is highly customized. It's been blackened, it's been skeletonized, and you can see that it has a spacer ring outboard that has been cut with a sort of grand dorge or maybe a clou de Paris. We also have engraving on the micro rotor itself. It energizes a 86-hour power reserve. No, the watch does not have a running seconds hand. It does retain the underlying hacking lever. You can see one of the most obvious hacking levers I've ever seen. See how it pops out and then it retracts just like that? So it does have stop seconds. It beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and it is entirely a Schwarz-Etienne movement, including elements like the hairspring, the escapement, and the balance which they make. Now, there's additional skeletonization. You can see the ratchet wheel and the barrel have been skeletonized, so you can see the coiling of the mainspring, all of this pivoting on 33 joules, and it is 5-position adjusted, which is the chronometer standard at Schwarz-Etienne. As with companies like La Soute Original, Audemars Piguet, Jaeger LeCoultre, Zenith. The finish is a combination of manual and mechanical, but very neat, handsome, and carefully considered. You can also see elements like polished screw heads, satination or solarization atop the ratchet wheel, and then media blasting across the bridges and the base plate with satination on the wheels themselves. All very good looking. One of my favorite features, this enormous swan's neck style click spring and then the pivoted click within. High quality, thoughtfully considered, and as with all Ming watches, remarkably elegant. This is large, but it loses none of the elegance of smaller models. It's just a bigger Ming with more features and a bigger price, as the original retail of this watch would have been $14,500, which is multiples of what a standard Ming watch costs. Now you begin to understand why they referred to the 2011 Mosaic as their flagship.